Hulu makes some really great shows, but I think a lot of them are great shows that people don't watch. I think, like, for instance, Casual was a great show. I don't think a lot of people actually paid that much attention to it. There's other shows that I can think of that are examples that I personally think are great shows, but they're very, very niche. And to me, I haven't seen this trailer yet, but I think that this is probably going to be a pretty niche show because the writer is a great writer. I absolutely loved The Favorite. To me, in many regards, that film was the best picture of the year it came out because, in terms of artistry, in terms of everything that was accomplished by the script and by the performances, I felt like in many ways that was the best picture that year. But I definitely understand though that it's one of those films that I don't think that many people watched. It wasn't a box office hit, even if it was a success with a very, very select group of people who can appreciate it. So it'll be interesting to see this trailer for The Great, which is an original series on Hulu, if it harkens back to The Favorite in any way, since it has the same writer. And I wonder if it's going to be a kind of a niche show in the same way that I would say The Favorite was a little bit of a niche film. I think it's fun because I just watched Catherine the Great, the miniseries with Helen Mirren, which wasn't great. It was okay, but I feel like it did enlighten me a lot about Catherine the Great, who's someone I'm not familiar with at all, and I'm interested to see how this plays out because in some ways you could view that miniseries as the sequel to this, because I think this is going to be taking place when she meets her husband initially and that relationship, and watching Catherine the Great and knowing where that relationship goes, it's going to be interesting to see this. I'm not a huge fan of Ella Fanning as an actress. I think her sister Dakota is a lot more talented. I think she's very attractive and I think that has helped her a lot, but I've never seen her act in a way that I thought was a really good performance. If you can think of a really good performance with Ella Fanning that you think might change my view of her, let me know. Up till this point, I've seen her in the Maleficent movies and Super 8, and I haven't been terribly impressed. But I'm sure, there is always those performances from actors that help you see them in a different way. And honestly, who was going to look good starring opposite Angelina Jolie doing her best impersonation of Wicked? That was just never going to be a winning role for Ella Fanning. So let's see what this trailer looks like.
Emperor Peter, I present this evergreen, and I hope it will be a symbol of our feelings for each other. That we will be constant in caring all our lives.
She gave me a twig. She's not another inbred, is she?
It wasn't mentioned.
To my new wife, the Empress of Russia. Huzzah!
Ever since I was a child, I felt like greatness was in store for me.
This looks like The
No, you
Favorite.
don't talk, my love.
Oh, of course. Like God himself had spat me forth on this earth for a reason.
Why did he make you a woman then?
For comedy, I guess.
Rabbit.
Asterisk,
There's a way
sort
of
of.
things here.
I'm beginning to see that. We could rule Russia in a different way.
I rule, you serve.
I'm the most loved ruler in all of Russian history. Don't worry about the bodies.
I'm a prisoner here, married to an idiot.
Touche.
Do you mean touche?
Russia does not go to an heir if there is not one. If the emperor dies, Russia goes to the empress.
Do not cross me, or you will pay. Endlessly.
There are many unhappy who are looking for a leader. I hope I am looking at her.
This is science. Enjoy.
Oh no. Okay. Just worried there for a sec. So, that looks really good to me, but like I said, I feel like that might be niche. Like, it looks a lot like The Favorite, which was a pretty messed up movie in its own way, and this looks like kind of a messed up show. I mean, I know people like period costume dramas, and I know that, they like history, but this is so like playing fast and loose with history. You know, you can tell it's going to do something similar to The Favorite, to that the actual resemblance to what actually happened historically is so nebulous and a little bit, you know, not there, that it's like you have a hard time knowing if this is going to appeal to people that like period dramas or that like historical dramas, because it just isn't, you know, it's not very true to history. Elle Fanning looks good. Nicholas Hoult was very good in The Favorite, and he looks like he'll be good here in a kind of comical villain role, I guess. It didn't seem like they had a strong supporting cast from what I could tell. I recognized a couple faces, not actors whose names I would recognize, but I know that I've seen them before. But overall, it's going to be the Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult show, and they're, you know, he's a good actor. I have reservations about her acting, but we'll see. I find it amusing that whenever you're doing a period drama about Russia, it's like, give them British accents, because Russians are British. I don't know. What did you think? Let me know in the comments section if you're interested in this, and if, like I said before, if there's a role I should see Elle Fanning in so that I can have a better appreciation for her talent as an actress. And if there's other trailers you'd like to see me react to, please let me know in the comments section as well. And if you're enjoying this channel and if you want to see more videos like this one, please just take a moment and subscribe to the channel. So that's my reaction to the trailer for The Great.